front of a loud but unmistakably tense crowd. MLB The Show's coverage of the Major League Baseball postseason begins right here. It's the one-game American League wildcard playoff between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, everyone has different opinions about these one-game wild card matchups. Kind of tough that your season comes down to this after such a long season, but it certainly creates a lot of excitement and drama. The pressure's on, so we'll see who handles it better and finds a way to win.
The old holdout purists may scoff, but I got to tell you, this is as exciting as it gets, folks. One game to decide who moves on. It's the wild card playoff on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. What's important for this lineup as you look to earn a berth into the division series, D-Row?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Previous history with Luis Severino, pretty average results, 4 for 15. He's taken him deep once. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Hicks is under it. 1 out. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground to second. LeMahieu's got it. And there's out number 2.
Batting third.
So coming to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Judge is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Up 3 down for the Orioles. Orioles nothing. Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the Show. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. D-Row, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Well, Matty, you walk into this yard today and it's nothing but a hitter's park. But that could work against you at times. You have to stay within yourself. You can't just be turning and burning on everything. Stay within the game plan and know that a mistake doubles leaving this yard.
And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hit.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. No balls and 1 strike. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Row. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Batting fourth.
Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Here's the 1-0. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch in on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
And the 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Fouled off. And this is knocked down on the mound. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. Next for New York, Miguel Andujar. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Gregorius on second. Stanton at first. 2 out in the inning. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. High in the air down the right field line, and foul.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. We've played an inning. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Mancini.
Line towards center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it, and the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Jace Peterson, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Hicks is under it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
Here comes the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
1-1, the count to Chris Davis. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left.
Leading off for the Yankees.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now. 0-2.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Stepping in, Gary Sanchez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez.
Man, you find yourself down 0-2 after 2 great executed pitches right there. Got to look for something up. Might have to tip your hat if he can stay down below the knees like that.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher. Lays off. 2-2 now. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Now to the plate, Luke Voigt. First two men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Strike one to start the at bat. 0-1, here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up. Digging in, John Ryan Murphy, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Now the pitch.
Murphy.
Hit hard back up the middle, and a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8, 9-hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
And the next batter will be Mike Freeman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, and he'll in fact just tag the runner headed down the line to take the sure out.
The center fielder, number 2.
Ready now for Baltimore, Jonathan Villar. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him, and that misses, ball 1. Murphy leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. Whit Merrifield next to hit. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Merrifield.
From the stretch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Comes set, the 0-1. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation for the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A 1 pitch on its way. Yanked fouled off to the right. Here's the 0-2. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 1-2. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field, but that'll be off the wall in right center, and they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Throw won't get him. Ready for another chance. Trey Mancini, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set. Here it comes. This is line to left. Well, this is right to him in left as he hardly has. Settling in now, Aaron Hicks. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did it get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The second baseman.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. In there, strike 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Peterson ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Didi Gregorius. A base hit in his first trip. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
Behind 0-2 now.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single. Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. That'll bring in Joey Rickard. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Voit is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Jace Peterson picked up an RBI on a sac fly in his first appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Almost into the short porch, but it's off the wall.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Here's Chris Davis now as he sends it on the ground to first. 1 there. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And another foul ball. Popped him up. Under it is Rizzo. 1 away.
Now batting.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and striding into the plate, it'll be Miguel Andujar. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
Count even now at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Striding in once again, John Ryan Murphy. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Liner towards second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Inside with the fastball. It's 1-0. Murphy gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 home. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Long throw to third, and he is in there.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over the place.
You come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting and hitting fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Stepping in now, Jonathan Villar, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. From the belt, the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. This is line to left, and that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit, and they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Hey, Dero, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. He's got it 1 away. So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here comes the first pitch. On a line, that's a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is under the tag at home. It's a 5-0 game now. And they'll get the man at third here at least, but in the interim, a run has come in to score.
Now batting, left fielder.
So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Trey Mancini, hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one.
1-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center as this lead swells to 7-0.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can, but that's what you get.
Hey now.
Now 1-0.
One ball, one strike to count. 4 runs here in this half inning. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Stanton's there to put it away and finally put an. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Now batting, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. There's strike 2 on a fastball right down the middle. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
2-2 the count. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
There to take it is Gregorius for the first out.
Now
that's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Standing in now, Chris Davis. This is hit the other way out toward left field. On the move is Stanton, and this one bounds around against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Wow, the pitcher must be just shaking his head. That pitch wasn't anywhere near the strike zone, but he gave it the old tomahawk chop and somehow connected with it anyway. Now he's standing on second, and he even has to smile about that one.
In now, John Ryan Murphy. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Judge going back on it. A leaping effort, and he brings it in. 2 away now after a great effort. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
That was a pretty spectacular catch right there. A lot of guys mistime that jump because they're worried about the wall coming on. But he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
Into the box now, Mike Freeman, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the 1-0. High in the air into shallow left center. Stanton coming on. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
The 1-1 home. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. And there's your first out of the inning. One gone in the inning now, and here's Didi Gregorius. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's fouled away.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Freeman gloves it. And there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Aaron Judge. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Back here in the Bronx, Orioles leading this one through 6 as we take a look at our game summary to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
50, second base.
Striding in, Whit Merrifield. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. And now the second pitch of the inning is popped up high in the air over toward the right side of the infield. LeMahieu backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Now here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch out, so you almost can underhand it up there.
Hicks is there, and they breeze through this. Digging in once again, Giancarlo Stanton, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Carson Smith gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Now pitching for the Orioles.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. 1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed 1-1. Smith has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss stuff. Really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty B, and I think what we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now in the 8th and 9th inning, big power arm guys that have really 2 good pitches that they can strike you out with, and that's what this guy is here. If he doesn't have one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Giancarlo Stanton retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Hit the other way out toward right field. Rickard is right there as he takes it for the 2nd out. In now is the Yankees DH. Torres, no hits to this point. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes this the other way to right, but he will close fast out there in right field as he. Adam Ottavino comes on to pitch now, looking for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Number 0.
Ready to take his hacks again. Trey Mancini, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Two and 0 to the ball. Baltimore left fielder. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Here it comes. The 3-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Hit hard to the right. Foul. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, the right fielder.
So digging in now, Joey Rickard. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Rounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch
Now
on the
batting.
inside half of the plate right there.
shortstop.
Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, Jace Peterson. Stanton on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Chris Davis, has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. Now the 1-0. Shoots this one over to first. And Boyd will take this one over to the bag, and that ends the inning. Michael Givens is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 60, Michael Givens.
Standing in, Gary Sanchez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Edge of the zone that time taken and ruled a strike.
Sanchez.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Into the box, Luke Voigt. A strikeout and a line out for him so far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
1 out, nobody on. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
Still 2-2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a 3rd breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. He's set and the pitch. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Lifetime versus this arm. He's gone 4 for 9. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts. Zach Britton enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 53.
Stepping in, John Ryan Murphy. And if you remember, he was robbed of a home run earlier after an outstanding effort in the outfield. And he fouls this one off. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Digging in, Mike Freeman. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Freeman.
First offering on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, he caught him off guard right there. I like that pitch. High fastball executed. I know he's known for the sinker ball, but if he can get some eye levels up and down, he's going to have some success.
Here's a swing, and a bouncing ball hits a Gregorius at short. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The center fielder, number 2.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jonathan Villar. In previous meetings with Britain over the years, he's gone 3 for 11. He also has 1 home run. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Craig Kimbrell takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 46, Craig Kimbrell.
Here's the first pitch. On the ground to the left side. Freeman scoops it up, and the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Now batting.
Standing in, Didi Gregorius. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Back up the middle. There's Peterson. On the first, in time, and the Yankees are down to their final out now. At the plate, Aaron Judge. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Last chance for the Yankees. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
And these wild card games are hard enough as your entire season rests on 9 innings of baseball. But they put aside all the distractions that come with playing on the road and handled their business. Now it's on to the division series, one step closer to the World Series title.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, a very important outing turned in on the mound for the man you see right there. He was a big factor, of course, and is the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award.
Yeah, not the longest.
Inside the Show with your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. For Game 1 of the National League Division Series, Mauricio Calderon was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game as the Cubs took care of the Phillies 5-4. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In Game 1 of the NL Division Series, the Dodgers launched 3 home runs as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-0. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. And that's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow for another postseason recap. Have a great day.
Side of the bed, cooler than the other side of the pillow, yeah. Act a fool cause there's nothing to prove because the proof is in the pudding, do tell. You hell, two worlds collide, make tell, make wide, create a family all by choice. And when you're mad at me, I lower my voice, grab my keys, iceberg slim, put you on freeze, walk off like a grab my put it in the wind, I'ma blow till you simmer down, get her done. Too much fun to be had instead of arguing, hun, I'd rather be up in them, nah, I'm just playing but I'm serious,
Ring around the rosy, got a pocket full of dough. Buy you anything and take you anywhere you wanna go. Plenty fish out in the sea, but I keep throwing you the line. Gon' do it for me, baby. Do it, baby. One more time. Baby, if you keep doing what you're doing to me, I'll do what I'm doing to you, ooh, girl. Doing it, I do it should be. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Baby, if you keep doing what you're doing to me, I'll do what I'm doing to you, ooh, girl. Doing it, I do it should be. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
Ain't nothing left for me to say but what it do, ski. What it do? I'm down, you down, we up. It's a slippery slope. When I need hope, I'm truly on board. Got a love connection on need hope. You can catch us in our sunset years. We be swinging on the porch. Or better yet, I'm in the Ferrari and baby girl gon' push the Porsche. We don't do this for no IG. It's to the dirt with no divorce. Stay the course. Big mama taught me to put that work in with no days off, G. You can't force it. Be organic. Sit back and sow the seeds. You planted that.
Ring around the rosy, got a pocket full of dough. Buy you anything and take you anywhere you wanna go. Plenty fish out in the sea, but I keep throwing you the line. Gon' do it for me, baby. Do it, baby. One more time. Baby, if you keep doing what you're doing to me, I'll do what I'm doing to you, ooh, girl. Doing it, I do it should be. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Baby, if you keep doing what you're doing to me, I'll do what I'm doing to you, ooh, girl. Doing it, I do it should be. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it.
Count me in, Cole. Still right here? Yeah, bounce. My boy. My boy. Yeah, right here.
Hey, look, yo, okay. Concrete since day one. Ain't no time to make up. Ain't no top on that hoe. Like, baby, where the egg? Thank you for your service. Just invoicing on my haters. Be sure to leave your armor ain't penetrated. I give back, I hate. Poof, get out of here. I say congratulations, your old renovated. You lazy, my boy. Why you hating my guy? You bought her come back or something. She come and play with your heart. I'm far from a popular artist, one of the hardest, no less than I saw your and I caught it blow like a cardigan sweater. Call it whatever you want. I got my revenue up in Beverly Hills. My ceilings like the Beverly Brothers. Since day one, for Lauren been the same one. I came up in them go-go's, most of them was afraid of. Now, Mo say that. Now, Mo say that. But when your will is a fortune, you never gotta say that. Don't be talking too much. These copy too much. These cardio crazy. Chasing clout must be tough. Yeah, I wrote me a dozen. Got me up. I raise my hand and raise your family. I'm playing. These don't be no gangsters. They be paying it. Yeah. They ain't dead. They just moved to the county. Them out there S-class. I guess you don't see the problem. I know every who and every hoodle I'm around them. What you call a piece of mind, I call a picture for a hold up. Yeah, I'm in my luggage, hold up. Boy, I'm on the runway like I'm Ducky, hold up. Prolific, really be living my lyrics. So tell me who did it this big and who ain't about to slow up. My boy, 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 my boy.
Who gon' bring my crown? And who gon' try to f with me? Off the ground, can't get enough of me. I don't play around. Got the type of luxury. Going down, it ain't no catching up to me. Yeah, stepped in the building with my vibe on a million. Slide on the beat like my God, I'm so brilliant. All of the rappers put your pride to the side. Try collide with the squad, turn your mob into corn on the cob. Use a fraud, use a thorn in my side. I'm a back, I'm that turn of the knob on the door when the boys from the corner come you and tie you to something. Now stop with all that frontin'. That big money talk should be reserved for those that got it. But when you really got it, you ain't pressed to talk about it. That's why I hear that cap in all your raps and highly doubt it. The game too crowded. I'm about to get all the way the fuck about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. 30 mil on the deal, depending on how the tour was routed. I seen your watch when you first dropped, that was clouded, which means you used to fake it till you make it tight. I do you crazy with hollow, no holler back, just how the raps. I got up to make sure every dollar stack. Y'all aiming for the stars, I'm at your starter cap. Run like a quarterback. Stereotypical, but to hear me is pivotal. I will bury you and come and air out your. Have your homies on right next to Roman numerals. IVs, it's the reason why nobody try me. Having screaming, Lord, why me? Cold did me, grimy. He took it too far, he treat them like they back to back. I clap like that's a rap, but no video shoots, just hoodies and boots, putting your troops in boxes. I blew $1 million on white tees and Calvin Klein boxes. This is silly. My boy. Say what?
Who gon' bring the crown? Who gon' try to crown? Can't get enough. I don't play around. Don't got to take a luck. Going down. Nobody catching nothing.
Who gon' bring my crown? And who gon' try to on me? Off the ground, can't get enough of me. I don't play around. Got that type of luxury. Going down, it ain't no catching up to me. Who gon' bring my crown? And who gon' try to on me? Off the ground, can't get enough of me. I don't play around. Got that type of luxury. Going down, it ain't no catching up to me. Who gon' bring my crown? And who gon' try to on me? Off the ground, can't get enough of me. I don't play around. Got that type of luxury. Going down, it ain't no catching up to me.
We're on a night run. Boy, you better hold your tongue. Talking like you're coming from Kingdom Come. Rhythm and reeling, the feeling of riding the sound through the ceiling. Hey, never got no money, but I'm running from the my ears are flooded, cold-blooded, no money, I'm from the road. Killing the moonlight with daylight. I got my X-ray eyes and I'm feeling so fine.
Night running, all night running. Star-studded, not far from. We're running, all night running. Cold-blooded, all night running. Night running, all night running. Star-studded, not far from. Night running, all night running. Cold-blooded, we're all night running. Under the nightshade, tell me what we're hiding from. Like someone could steal it. Are we waiting for some kind of feeling, or saving it up for the morning? Undercover, the cloak and dagger. Is there a creature in the attic? Are we for real, yeah, or just pretending? Will it burn out by the morning? Night running, all night running. Star-studded, not far from. We're running, all night running. Cold-blooded, all night running. Night running, all night running. Star-studded, not far from. Night running, all night running. Cold-blooded, we're all night running.
We're on a night run, no telling who we're running from. In a world of secrets and demons and people hiding from the sun. Sending my message to everyone, losing control. Better not stop till I get home. don't grow. Gotta live for tidal waves and perishes and biblical floods. I got the Greek love and the streets in my blood. I'm on the final run, falling in and out of love. Oh, night running, all night running. Stop started, not falling. We're running, all night running. Cold-blooded, all night running. Night running, all night running. Stop started, not falling. Night running, all night running. Cold-blooded, we're all night running.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the American League Division Series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Houston Astros. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
So striding in, Jonathan Villar. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we are underway from Houston as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. Temperature here at game time, a comfortable 75 degrees tonight. 2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball middle of the zone.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that is off the wall in right field. Throwing to second, and a good decision to push it that time. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Batting second.
Well, looks like they were determined to be aggressive early, and it almost results in a home run in the first at-bat of the game, but he'll settle for a double and hope the number 2 man can pick him up.
Whit Merrifield next to hit, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. In the air out to right. Reddick has a read on it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. Throw from Reddick won't be in time. He's in there at third.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Cole has a reputation, or a knack, if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start. And
ouch, that one hit him. Coming to the plate now, Trey Mancini, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. 2-0 to the Baltimore left fielder.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
3-0 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
That is big.
So it's bases loaded, 1 away, and that'll bring in Joey Rickard. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And that's off the left field wall as he arrives at second without a play as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
The shortstop.
Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Stepping in now, Jace Peterson. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. His career line against Garrett Cole. He's 3 for 9. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The relay throw, and he's safe.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. And he will get there to make the running play. And here's Michael Brantley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Astros,
first pitch of the at
the
bat.
left fielder, Michael.
Strike taken up in the zone. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 is a breaking pitch taken for a ball 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that brings up the former Gold Glover Josh Reddick. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
That was a nasty pitch right there. Great arm action by the pitcher. That looked like a heater out of his hands and dropped off the table.
Reddick is 6'2" and bats left, but throws right-handed. He was a 17th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Weak grounder down the line at third. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And a barehanded attempt, but he can't get his palm around it.
A little 2-out lightning right there, Dan, in the first inning. Let's see if the cleanup hitter's got anything in store.
Well, it looked like such an easy and a promising easy inning for the pitcher. Now he has to deal with the Thunder, the cleanup hitter coming up.
That's inside. 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 3-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Now batting, John Ryan Murphy. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep their pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Batting 9. The third base.
So striding forward now, Mike Freeman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. On the corner away, a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field. There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are 2 gone now.
The center fielder, number 2.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. Line drive to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive. And a good job to get to it quickly and get it back in. That'll hold him to a 2-out single.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Merrifield is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, and that gets him on the mound. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first.
Leading for the Astros.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. At the knees, strike 1.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the LSU product, Alex Bregman. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Bregman stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He was a first-round pick back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Ready with another 0-2. Fouled off. 2 out, nobody on. And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. Soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Joey Rickard goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. turned on down the line. This is foul for the first strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Mancini, the runner at second with one away. Now a half swing, but it's strike three anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. So 2 men are gone now in the Baltimore third, and up next the left-handed power bat of Chris Davis. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run shot for Chris Davis. His first homer here in the series as the Orioles have opened things up now 5-0.
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
Now batting.
In now, John Ryan Murphy.
John Ryan Murphy.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Murphy, a previous member of the Diamondbacks organization. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Skied into straightaway right. Reddick has a read on it. And that's the third out. But here's Mark Reynolds. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The windup and the 0-1. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. Into the Crawford boxes and gone.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Into the box now, Robinson Chirinos, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. He'll get it into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Leiter in there for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Now back.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gun. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Liner towards second. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. Here's Carlos Correa now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Hits this one hard the other way. There's 1. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. Side retired. So 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Striding into the box, Mike Freeman comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. 1 out now in the Orioles 4th, and the switch hitter Jonathan VR will be the next to bat. 0-1 the count. One strike now from Cole. Behind 0-2 now. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. High in the air into shallow left center. After it is Brantley. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. And that looked like it caught him squarely in the arm. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. So a runner at first with 2 away, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. First offering on its way. Fastball well outside.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
The 1-1. Merrifield, the runner at first with 2 gone. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Reddick has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Orioles. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Next up for the Stros, Alex Bregman, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Counts even 1-1 to Alex Bregman. And it's 1-2. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Alex Bregman goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Behind 0-2 now. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. Swing and a liner. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one. And that Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail 5-2.
Leading off the Baltimore, the left fielder.
And now a pitch on the way.
Mancini.
Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen, as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Hit on the ground out to short. Correa moving to his right. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now
that'll bring in Joey Rickard. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Jace Peterson. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And this is taken. It's a ball and a strike now to the Baltimore shortstop. Ground ball right side. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. And we're back in Houston. Welcome back to Minute Maid Park as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Astros manager A.J. Hinch between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
All right, thanks, Heidi. And here's a swing and a miss as they jump ahead of Reynolds here, 0-2. High in the air out to center field. VR coasts under it. 1 down. So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Robinson Chirinos. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Merrifield brings it in. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Michael Brantley. He singled his last time up. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side. Chris Russin takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Chris Davis. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, and going back to that last AB when he hit the home run, Matty, that ball was up and out of the zone. This guy's a real good high fastball hitter. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking I got to get that ball somewhere below the knees because this guy definitely likes that ball up and elevated.
The catcher, John Ryan.
Ready now, John Ryan Murphy. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. The windup and the 0-1. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
For the Orioles.
Stepping into the box, Mike Freeman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit on the ground out to short. Correa fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He went down on strikes last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Grounder down the line at 3rd, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Mancini comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there at the letters 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident, attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. First pitch of the at-bat. Cold strike on the corner. Good changeup that time. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Well, close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Hector Rondon is on the pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 30.
Jonathan Villar will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. First pitch coming. Here it is. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1. Started to go around there. Looked like he held up in time. No. Strike 2, says the third base umpire. Here now the 2-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the move is Springer. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The batter, number 50.
Coming to the plate now, Whit Merrifield. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Lays off 1-0. Pops this one up. Catch made there by Altuve, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Popped him up. And that'll do it in the inning as the catch is made in the coach's. Justin Grimm gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7.
Justin Grimm.
Leading off the inning, Aledmus Diaz, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Aledmus Diaz is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 coming. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again, 1-2. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that can throw towards home plate.
Here's George Springer. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Mancini has a read on it. 2 gone. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up the right-handed big-time power bat of Mark Reynolds. Fastball that gets the inside corner. Strike one. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. A ball and a strike to count to the Astros first baseman. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention
New
please.
pitcher coming on now as we get a look at the side armor, Joe Smith.
Number 38.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Trey Mancini. In terms of previous meetings with Joe Smith, batting at an even 400. First pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Springer to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. At the plate, Joey Rickard. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball. Comes set and the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Orioles.
Now at the plate, Jace Peterson. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Hit hard towards center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. So Chris Davis will get a chance here in the inning following that base hit. Here's Chris Davis now. In terms of previous meetings with Joe Smith, he's got a 3 for 7 line. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Peterson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit to third. Bregman has it. On to Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. Tanner Scott is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 66.
Stepping up now, Robinson Chirinos. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. And that's a fair ball heading for the scoreboard near the Crawford boxes.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. Now the 1-1 pitch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. The 1-2. Misses. Ball 2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Due next is Josh Reddick as he gets ready in the on-deck circle. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The payoff pitch one more time. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Now batting.
At the plate, Josh Reddick. He flew out in his last at-bat. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike one.
Hey, that's got to throw the batter's game plan off a little bit. He thinks sinker's coming. Double play situation. He gets the ordinary fastball. He's got to be thinking what's coming next.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Now at the plate, Carlos Correa. Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring one run in this inning is so important for them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick. This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Roberto Ozuna enters from the pen to start the 9th inning. He'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Now the 0-1. Fouled away. Here it comes on 0-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
And the next batter will be Mike Freeman. Barehanded for one. Relay to Reynolds, and they get 2.
The center fielder, number 2, Jonathan Villar.
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Jonathan Villar. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is swung on and hit to Altuve at second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Striding forward now is the DH, Aledmus Diaz. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. Craig Kimbrell comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Now pitching for ball
below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Craig Kimbrell.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. The 1-1 home. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Ready on 1 and 2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
No balls and 1 strike. And there's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line towards center field, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, center fielder.
So stepping in, George Springer. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the Orioles have taken home field advantage right from the start. They claim game one on the road as this one is over.
Just more of the same from Craig Kimbrell. He comes out of the bullpen and fires a scoreless ninth inning to pick up the save. Business as usual from one of the best in the game.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play...